Episode 8. Episode 8. Syberia, Episode 8. Oh yeah, I'm the Vera channel. I'm Vera. My name is Vera. Hi. And you're watching the Vera channel. You should probably have heard that before if you're watching Episode 8. But this is Episode 8. And so we're getting pretty deep into the Syberia game. And we're going to play more of it. And we're going to beat it. It's going to be really good. I have nothing else to say. We're gonna go to Mammoth class soon. Like later this afternoon, I think. And here we are. Alright, well this game has an autosave system and no manual save system. So, we're gonna speed run a conversation here real quick. Boop, 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 boop.
Do excuse, Professor.
I don't know what the world record is for Syberia.
What have you?
We're getting there, though. Getting there. I'll let them play out their animations.
You see?
The animations aren't that much. It's just the fact that they talk for like 20 minutes every single time. We'll get there in no time. We're almost there. Okay. So, yeah, my conversation's done. We are here. Classroom's open. Let's go to the last lecture. This is not a lecture classroom. This is a science classroom. Okay. Can we get a flask? I got one of these. Not a science classroom, but there's a lab like this down where I grew up. We had like the nursery. As you know, it was a nursery when I was little, but I updated it. I made it more homey as I got older. And then there was a lab next to it that was kind of like this. A little less student looking. It was just kind of lots of shelves. Many delicious flasks. Obviously you don't eat everything you find in a flask, but there were definitely some labeled for me, and you know, I'm not going to turn down free food. It's a good place though. This is bringing back memories from the underground that I'm quite fond of. I'm glad I'm on the surface, but it's nice having, you know, these good memories of good times. Very lonely times, though. I was down there by myself, so it got a little lonely sometimes. It's fine. What's this? This is Ingala cola powder. I see. And test tube holder. All right, we got a lot of stuff going on now. So we got. Well, ignore the cylinders that I'm pretty sure we don't need, but we could use. We got the hook is new. We got the cola powder, and we got the test tube holder. Okay. We're absolutely going to use all of those. Alright, hello, my name is Kate. We've already had this conversation, but it might be different.
Study at a university like this.
No age is too old to start learning, my dear.
Maybe, but you know, the eternal student and all.
You prefer being an eternal lawyer?
I have more important things to deal with. Life problems, not things that died millions of years ago.
Everyone has their own priorities, my child.
I hope you've been enjoying watching this gameplay on the little screens behind me. I know I sure have. Alright, we're only 4 minutes in. Fuck it! You know, we're just gonna pretend that's the way it was supposed to be the whole time. This is a scuff-ass stream for scuff-ass people. And that's the way we do it here on the Vera channel. No, honestly, if I could restart this segment, I would. But I don't know when the autosave kicks in. And I don't want to accidentally miss out on something, I think. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We're going to keep going like this. We're going to keep going like this. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. We're not far into the video. You know, most of this video is going to be normal. A little bit of this video is going to be scuff. But, you know, what is being a VTuber, if not reveling in your own scuff all the time? mission.
You told me earlier about a lecture on some ancient Siberian tribe called the Ooks or something?
That was not what I said before.
Yes, my dear.
Yeah, there we go.
Careful not to confuse them with the Ukistran people of Central Asia.
Do excuse me. I wanted to know if your lecture is going to start soon.
Your eagerness to learn delights me, my dear. But I haven't finished studying this
Okay.
marvelous mammoth
It's
effigy.
literally been like
Don't
3
worry, I will
minutes.
call you. And see you later.
I think he needs a little more time than that. If he's going to do a whole lecture, probably take some prep time. Now,
What would you say about seeing Hans Varlberg again? After all, you could come with me and help me find him.
you could have another traveling
You are
buddy.
very kind. I'm far too old for such escapades.
You're never too old. And on the previous topic of being the eternal student, I don't know what that means. I mean, I do know what it means, but she said it like it was some sort of like expression. But, you know, obviously there's the monetary issues if you gotta like make a living, you gotta be able to afford to live. But I think, be it in a classroom or otherwise, there's always more to learn, and if you want to keep learning stuff, you know, all the power to you. Obviously, if you live in a country that, you know, forces you to pay a crap ton of money for education, maybe keep things in check with what's reasonable so you're not, like, you know, actively hindering yourself by learning forever, but, like, every knowledge is power, you know? Schoolhouse rock and shit. Keep doing your thing, man. Yeah. Did we get help?
What would you say about seeing Hans Varlberg again? After all, you could come with me and help me find him.
Young lady, you are very kind. I'm far too old for such
I am
escapades.
kind. Okay, well that was the previous thing we had.
Your
The
Hans
Hans.
Varlberg sound... Can you tell me a little bit more?
He was always a mystery.
Okay, this is new.
He never said very much, never quite seemed to grasp what you said to him. He expressed himself instead through his incredible mechanical contraptions. His inventions, I admit, have been much appreciated by the university. The few times we really did talk, it was about his strange interest for mammoths and a doll. Some sort of doll that obsessed him.
Did we have that conversation last time? We must have had that conversation last time, because he has the fucking doll. This seems redundant. This is redundant as shit. We're not talking to him anymore. We're probably just retreading the same stuff, because my bird brain, my bird brain forgets conversations, and these are probably all duplicates, and you're all like, oh my god, Vera, why are you watching this, you dumb
not
bitch?
at all.
Go do something else. Well, guess what? I am doing something else. We're gonna go solve a puzzle with our test tube holder, our cola powder, and our hook. Okay, so you can't combine objects. Some games let you combine objects. I don't think there's a way to do that here. Oh. And the class is gonna probably be up in the place up at the top of the stairs, because that looks like a lecture hall. This is a very small college if it has one lecture hall and one lab. Which is kind of crazy when you look at the outside of the building. There's a lot of free space that could be going to use here. Isn't, for whatever reason. Now we're gonna look at this again. Now I know we need an egg for this, right? But like, we do have some items we can fuck around with. And, can we use that?
It's jammed.
No, we can't. Can we use that?
It's jammed.
No, we can't. Can we use
It's
that?
going to work.
No, we can't. Alright, that was a good effort. Now let's leave. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Back to the train station so we can get an egg from a bird and get a plant from a plant, but the train station master is an asshole and he won't tell us anything. We need to know.
Excuse me, Station Master, but I need you again.
Can't you see I am very, very busy?
No, you're not.
No.
Well, I am. Very busy indeed. But, okay. I think I can give you a minute of my time.
This is gonna be the same shit
I
again.
feel like I've lost...
Hey,
That's the same shit again.
I don't...
now,
Or
Oh, no.
Okay.
I won't disturb you any longer.
He's got nothing new to
Mr.
say.
Master.
Welcome to
So we're
Bower
just
Shop.
gonna explore the garden and find places where we can use our new ship. That'll be great. We'll have a grand time interacting with objects and making forward momentum through the game. Put cylinders in the... Okay, so put cylinders in the train is an objective again, which means we weren't supposed to take them out of the train, so we might as well put those back while we're here. Or we're just gonna, be crowding up our inventory. Nobody needs that in their life. That's not a... Don't keep a crowded inventory. Listen, I already keep a crowded office. I got so much crap in here, and I don't know what to do with it. Look. See all the stuff on the shelves here? That's like 1/30th of the shit I have tucked away in this office. There's just too much crap, and I don't need all of it, but I don't know what to do with it. So be tidy, and, yeah, There's a reason my camera faces this part of the room and not the other part. You don't want to see what it looks like over there. Alright, cylinders on the train. Hello, Oscar. Hello, Kate Walker. That was my robot impression. It didn't sound very good, I'm sorry.
These shells.
If I could do a better robot voice, I would. But I am not a voice actress. I am a human. You can do voice acting. Most voice actors are, in fact, human. All of them, I'm pretty sure. I mean, Miku, you can call it Miku and like the vocalized voice actors. They're not human. Point being, I'm not very good at robot voice, so forgive. There's the burbs. Okay. Wait, is this the other side of the track or the same side of the track? Or where are we? What's going on in this game? Does anybody know? Really? I don't. I'm pretty clueless, to be honest. I guess we'll just keep going and see where it takes us. It takes us to boxes. But also this. We could maybe... Okay, so hear me out. The eggs, the cuckoo eggs, are in the nest that's high up the ladder. But we're not necessarily looking for a cuckoo egg for that statue in front of the building. So the egg we need for that could be somewhere else. And maybe we just want to grab it with the tongs we picked up. I think it's a reasonable idea. Glad we had this chat. Still don't know why we need to get out here when we don't know where this goes.
Still got to get in there.
Like, she says she's got to get in there, but she doesn't say what she needs to get from in there. It's a big question. I think they probably just needed to have another line of dialogue before whatever event is supposed to happen there. Could be just me though, I don't know. We'll go out this way again. No, this is not the way I wanted to go. I wanted to go towards the gate. The gate. We're gonna go towards the gate. Yeah. The gate that is shut, that the train will go through whenever it has power again. Because there might be some more people over here who weren't here last time, Things change. Could be different. Or it could just be a nice stroll down memory lane. Remember when we were here before? Remember when we were here before? I need to make sure to use full words. It's gonna be fun watching these later and just finding like 20-minute segments where I just start mumbling all the stuff and like like that. And you're like, what's a big bird? I don't know. There's nobody here. This is still nothing land. Nothing at all. This is not effective. This is not getting places. What is this? Might be time to bust out the handy-dandy guide for help. Oh, we were going to put the cylinders back on the train. Wait, we did put the cylinders back on the train. We need to wind the train, but that's a final end goal. We won't be able to do that till everything else is done. Find a way to move the train. Well, we need to wind the train to move the train. Distract the birds. We can distract them with cola. We can try to distract the birds with cola. And when we distract the birds with cola, we can get the egg. Because, you know, I said maybe the egg we needed isn't in their nest, but here's the deal. Why would there be two separate eggs we need? It makes more sense for there to be one egg, right? So the egg we need is in their nest, and we need to distract the birds. And we've got a few items with which we can attempt to distract the birds. So we should distract them with either... See, test tube roller? That doesn't make sense. Yangala cola powder? I don't know what the fuck that is, but I don't think birds like it. You ever heard of a bird liking Angala cola? Me neither. I've never heard of a bird disliking Angala cola, but you only Angala once, as the slogan goes. What is cola? Is cola? What is cola? It's a root? I think it's a root. It's like root beer is made of a root. And cola is kind of like root beer, but different, so maybe cola's a root. Hey, birds. Yeah, I know. Finish your thing. Alright, you guys get out of your system? Okay. Alright, round two. Round two. Here we go. You guys just gotta get one out. Okay, you don't like the Angola, you don't like the that. Okay. Test tube holder. Nope. Nope. I'm gonna hook you. I think we tried the hook last time. Trying the hook every time and expecting different results. That's the definition of being dumb. So let's check our handy dandy SyberiaGuide.com. Syberia Guide. Yes, GamerWalkthroughs.com saving us again. How to play? No. Oh, dang, there's a lot of places to go to. We're not very far in this game. I thought we were further along. Wow. There are 5 different cities we're going. I'm spoiling myself on accident. Not trying to. I didn't see what the other places were. I just saw that we're on part 2 of 5. And we just moved to a new city, so maybe some of them are shorter. Maybe some of them are returning to places. Alright. Let's see here. Walk past the bandstand, continue to the university, get the book about the bird, the Amazon Memories of an Expedition, we got that. We love Forest Sauvignon grapes. Go back up the stairs and look for a ladder leaning against one of the bookshelves. Oh, there was another book in the library, guys. There was a library book we never picked up. We're gonna go get that right now. Fuck you too, cuckoos. Cuckoo? Or cuckoos? What are the Zelda ones? Cuckoos are the real ones. Cuckoo? Cuckoo is the Zelda one? Those sound like the same thing. I feel like they're spelled differently. But one of them is a fake. And the one weird thing is, like, cuckoos in Zelda are not cuckoo birds. They're chickens. What are they doing? My brain is really confused by these naming conventions. Oh my god, Mr. Nintendo, please. Please quit confusing me with your confusing naming terminology. I am but one dumb girl trying to solve this shit a puzzle at a time, and you go and you call birds by the wrong name altogether. Some nice antlers. You can barely see them, they're all blocked by the dinosaur. It's a bummer. Just wanted to admire your antlers, but I guess I'll have to admire them from afar. Oh, there's a ladder. Is that the ladder? Is that the ladder? Is that the ladder? No. Is this the ladder? The big prominent ladder that looks like it could be a thing? See, I don't know how I would know that that's there. Let's read about mushrooms. The Illustrated Dictionary of Plants and Mushrooms. Okay. I didn't want to read these, and I'm probably not going to read them in full, but we do have a bottle of Angola Cola. Happy Angola Cola. And, like, you should probably know what it is we're dealing with in case it's a useful item, right? So the Angola Cola is a mushroom without stem that has... Cola's not a mushroom? What? No way. That can't be true, right? Has a chewy texture. It is a member of the polypore family, grows exclusively on the trunks of certain trees of the Amazonian jungle. While it is edible when young, the Angola Cola has a woody texture and insipid flavor and offers no great culinary appeal. Native Amazonian tribes are very attached to the mushroom. Why they are so fond of the fungus has taken extensive scientific research to elucidate. Biologists have reached the conclusion that the Angola Cola contains a special substance that is unique to the mushroom. The substance significantly affects vision and enhances its acuteness enormously. Amazonian Indian hunters discovered this effect and started using it centuries ago. The Angola Cola is dried and ground to a powder and consumed before the hunt commences. Its effect is instantaneous, and the penetration of the hunter's vision increases extraordinarily. The hunt is then able to aim and hit targets concealed. Okay, that had nothing of value. If we have a hunter or someone who needs to, like, improve their vision, we can give them the cola. I don't think that's helpful. Let's see what this guide says next. Talk to them about bonds and money, and they'll often give you 100. Okay, we did that. After talking to the rectors, leave the room and head to the other side. Wait. Okay. We talked to Mr. Marsden. Pick up the manifold. Show it to Professor Pons. Talk to the rectors about the... Did we ask Professor Pons about the Sauvignon? I don't remember if we asked him about the Sauvignon, but it seems like you're supposed to talk to the rectors about the Sauvignon as well. So we're going to see if the rectors have anything to say, and if they don't, we'll go back to the professor. That's the plan. It's a good game plan. I just realized that, like, if someone randomly followed me on Twitch, it would pop up a notification here because this is my Twitch layout, but it would be a YouTube notification. But it wouldn't be a YouTube notification. It'd be a Twitch notification broadcast to YouTube. And that's kind of weird. But I don't feel like adding a YouTube notification because I want to go back to Twitch when I can. This is meant to be an archive channel. This is primarily a channel for people who don't use Twitch. Or, you know, after videos get old enough, they're going to get deleted off Twitch, so I'm just going to move them over here. I have a lot of stuff I plan to move over here, but I can't move it right now because the files are just too darn big to move. Because my internet is really, really fucked up right now. And if it gets too big, it kind of gets difficult to deal with the whole transfer process, because with the way my internet is currently, it's constantly stopping and starting the upload. So it can take like an entire day to upload a video that's like 2 to 3 hours long. But this is primarily meant to be archived, but because I can't stream, we're doing this like specific YouTube stuff. And I might do some more YouTube stuff beyond just this too in the future. Based on whatever other games I've planned for next month. But moral of the story is that this is primarily an archive channel for my other content. But if you don't use Twitch, you know, it's still new to you. So, but if you do use Twitch, you should come over there and say hi when I am once again streaming. Let's go talk to the rectors. Their name is funny because it makes me think of a different word that's not rector.
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
A little problem, a little problem. Everyone has little problems now, you know.
They are kept to oneself, and they don't stop the world from turning.
Nor trains from leaving stations.
All right. Tell me about the Sauvignon.
You wouldn't know if there is any Forest Sauvignon here in Barakstadt, would you?
Absolutely.
When he says absolutely, he means, of course, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
What we mean, of course, is that we are absolutely positive there is no Forest Sauvignon here in Barakstadt.
There seems to be a disagreement,
Are you
guys.
sure? Because I read in a book that Barakstadt possesses a number of plants. I wouldn't mind getting a hold of some if possible.
Out of the question.
Stop.
Don't forget the regulations, miss. Don't
I can't
forget
pronounce
them.
that right.
Trains should first stop, then subsequently leave. And quickly.
The assistant rector
Bitch,
means
that's
to
my
say
only
that
goal.
our
Shut up.
priority is for you to remove your train from our station. Your research will have to wait until your next stop.
Yes, that's right. Your train must leave the station immediately. So
I can't
please
fucking
refrain
leave
from
until I get
wasting
this
our
stuff
time
taken
in
care
needless
of.
visitations.
God, I hate these guys.
Here we are, busy chat.
Already? My...
Thank you for...
And thank you.
Did anything change? Find some Sauvignon. Okay, we're gonna talk to the other professor again. This is kind of a nothing episode, I'm thinking. Because we haven't made a whole lot of progress this episode, but you know, it's okay. It's fine. You know, you're all part of the journey. We're journeying through this game world together. And what is a journey without trials and tribulations? It's a pretty boring journey, if you ask me. So let's see what Dr. Pons has to say, in case, you know, I didn't talk to him about everything
You
again,
want to
because
know.
it seemed like we were getting repeats, but,
You wouldn't know where the Forest Sauvignon plants are kept in Barakstadt, would you?
Why do you think there are Sauvignon plants here?
I read about it in a book at the library.
Try going to see the station master. If such a shrub exists, he will have a better idea than anyone.
so we needed
It's
the
actually
book
he who sent me to you.
to trigger
I thought it a
the
little
dialogue
strange,
with
but he
him,
definitely said ask
so
the
we can make
paleontologist.
progress.
You're the
Nailed
only
it.
one here, aren't you?
Yes indeed. What a strange way to behave. Well, I think he must have made a mistake. That's all. Nobody tells
I love
us
how everyone is
when
clearly
we
hiding
ask the
something.
Rectors. After all, they are in charge of the university.
Probably all
All
got
right,
together and
thanks.
murdered someone and they're hiding the evidence, but I am here to solve the case.
I'll leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear.
Alright, so now... Alright, I'm trying to distract the birds while I'm trying to find an egg fence. Now we're going to try talking to this guy again and see if he still has a stick up his ass or if he's going to actually help us. Wow.
Excuse
Talk
me,
to me.
Station Master, but I need you again.
Can't you see?
No.
What?
Yeah. Give me the fucking Sauvignon.
I want to know where the Barogstadt Sauvignon plants grow.
But I already told you. I don't know what you're talking about.
You full of shit.
I just talked to Professor
cut you.
Collins on the subject, and he sent me back to talk to you. Strange, don't you think?
I know
Professor,
you're hiding
you
something.
haven't seen anything about Sauvignon berries? But
I know you're hiding it.
I mean,
You're gonna
I
tell
don't know
me.
anything about them. All your questions get on my nerves, and please leave me alone.
As you wish, but I really do have the impression you're hiding something
You
from
are
me.
hiding something, and I know it.
I won't disturb you any longer.
Welcome to Barrockstadt, man.
There's got to be a way to get through to him. You know what that way to get through to him is? The book. The book.
Excuse me, Station Master.
Can't you see?
No,
Well,
No, the book didn't do anything.
I won't disturb you any longer, Mr.
Alright,
Station Master.
hold the fuck
welcome to
up. What's going on here?
Barrockstadt.
Look at the cabinet on the back wall on the left-hand side and grab the Bergstadt voice. Yeah, there's a voice cylinder back in the lab we need to make sure to get. Okay, we have to go talk to the directors again. See, this is... I like these games, but some of these back and forth things can be a little cryptic. But that's okay, because now we live in the age of internet. And I guess this game came out in the age of internet, but it was the early age of internet. And it was a little harder back then, but like, imagine if this came out in like the 90s or like the 80s when people didn't have internet. I mean, I guess... Oh. I mean, I guess some people probably had internet in the 90s. I don't think anybody had the internet in the 80s. I don't know. Don't ask me. I have no idea. I wasn't there. Who the heck knows? But okay, like late 90s to like 2000s and stuff, we got like internet and you can like look stuff up, right? But like adventure games like this were way bigger back then than they are now. All of the cryptic stuff you'd never be able to figure out unless one of your friends knew, or you had like a physical guide in front of you.
Gentlemen,
That's rough.
forgive me.
A little
They are
Nor trick.
I haven't introduced.
Oh no, I didn't do that.
perfectly.
I did introduce myself. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Ah, okay. Come on, Sauvignon.
Are you sure there are no Amazon Sauvignon plants in Barogstadt?
Catch you guys in the
Because
afterlife.
I have just interviewed the station master and the paleontologist, and what they said really didn't convince me that there wasn't any here.
We are quite
Sauvignon's gonna be
definite on
behind
this
that
point.
door.
There are no Sauvignon plants growing in Barrockstadt.
You see, miss, the Amazon Forest Sauvignon is a rare shrub that requires very special conditions for growth.
That's
right. Conditions that are very hard to reproduce, believe you me.
Unless you have like a special
But
greenhouse.
not impossible. Fortunately, our garden has proved very successful.
Your garden? So, there is a garden in Barogstadt?
Oh, the garden. Well, if there was one, it would be only a little garden.
These
hidden
guys are
behind
like
the station.
so fucking divided
But
on
our station
everything.
master would be very proud of it.
He would take very good care of it, too. Everything would grow marvelously if we were able to cultivate it at all, and it would be all down to his gardening prowess.
And we would be proud as punch. And we wouldn't forget the role the paleontologist might play in this.
What's the
Unless...
paleontologist got to do with it all?
Without him and without his laboratory, how would we make the wine, do you think?
And it would be good.
It's possible. Maybe I'm giving these guys more credit than they deserve, probably, but it's possible they're being purposely obtuse so they can stay within the rules of the school and not like, say something they shouldn't, even though they clearly are. They're just like doing like the whole reverse psychology thing, maybe? Possibly. I don't know.
Wine indeed, my dear colleagues, would it not?
Oh, yes, a delightful balm to soothe away our long hours of toil and our heavy responsibilities.
We would wait impatiently every year for the arrival of the year's produce.
So, if I have understood you correctly, there are indeed Sauvignon plants in Barockstadt. They are cultivated in a garden behind the station, then turned into wine by the paleontologist's loving care. And finally, the pleasure of tasting is yours. If I'm not very much mistaken, gentlemen, you have a minor racket operating here.
Bum, bum,
Miss, you
bum.
did go jumping to some hasty conclusions.
Oh, you guys are guilty
Never
as
said
shit.
that. That's not what we said at all.
We were talking in the conditional, with ifs and woulds.
So,
Would
what
coulda,
would
shoulda.
happen if I had such a hunch?
You would have to keep it to yourself, of course.
Yes, if you would be so kind as to keep it a secret. It would only be a small local concern, producing barely a few bottles every year.
That's right, nothing so grandiose as a business. Otherwise, we'd be liable to be fined. So, we can't count on your discretion, can't we?
Don't worry, I have no intention at all of getting messed up in anything.
Let's be a narc. Don't be a narc. Nobody likes a narc. But I mean, we could narc on these guys. All right. We gotta go talk to the station
Here
master
we are,
again.
busy chatting, and look at the clock.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Oh my God, doorway, you're tearing me apart here. Okay, there we go. Walk, running through the hallway really fast. Don't run in the halls, but I don't care because I'm Kate Walker and I run where I want to. That's the lawyer way. If you're a lawyer and your name is Kate Walker, you don't have to listen to nobody. You just run in the halls all the time. Talk to the station master again. Oh, these guys are really fucking dumb.
Excuse me, Station Master?
Can't you see? Nothing? Well,
Okay. You say your little opening spiel.
You have been playing with me, haven't you? You knew
Naughty,
very well
naughty.
there were forest Sauvignon berries in the station garden.
not at all. I've never seen your Sauvignon things.
You don't have to lie to me. I know all about it. You and the rectors are in cahoots, and the professor's lab has been turned into a distillery. You've all got a nice little smuggling racket on the side.
Smuggling racket? Hey, lady, you're going a bit far there. It's just a little on-the-side thing we got going, that's all. It's just for ourselves. Hey,
You should be ashamed of yourselves. Aren't you worried about the reputation of this fine university? The authorities should be informed of this.
but we haven't done anything wrong. It's not a crime.
Can you open the gate to the garden, please?
Sure. No problemo. Right, miss.
All right, garden time. Gotta get some wine grapes. Feed them to a bird so we can get an egg. And then we can use that egg to open a thing. And then inside that thing is going to be another thing. And that other thing is going to be something helpful, but I don't know what it is yet. Maybe it's Hans Volmeref's
Please feel free to visit the garden at your leisure. And
automaton's son.
I'm not a liar. Not really. Just mum's the word. There is a reputation in the university to think about, and I have superiors, and I have to do what I can.
I understand. Don't you worry.
Thank you, miss.
Grape time. Grape time. Grape time, grape time, grape time. Everybody loves grape time. I'm gonna go get some yummy, yummy grapes. Feed them to birds. Birds really like them. Oh, very nice. Nice trees. You know what this looks like to me? This looks like the Sauvignon. Sauvignon grapes. Hell yeah. We fucking nailed it. We did it, guys. We did it. You and me and all of the people of the world came together and we solved grapes. And with these grapes, we'll feed some obnoxious birds and the day is saved. Somehow. Still figuring that part out. Go this way, go this way. Hello, birds. Hey, I know you're like, you know, fucking pissed at me and stuff, but like, how about berries? No. That's not right. You don't want your grapes? Feed the Sauvignon grapes to the cuckoos that are blocking the ladder. You know what we're doing? Okay. Okay. Oh, is it because I have the ladder spotted and not the birds? But birds? Birds? There we go. Grapes! Yum, yum. Wow, look at those bird animations. They're so good. You enjoy your feast, little guys. I don't hate you anymore. Alright, and we go up again. Oh, there's the big mechanical bird. That's exciting. Just like in the factory. The factory back in Validine. The factory in Validine had a big mechanical bird like this, except it was just a giant bird head. It didn't have wings. It was different.
Impossible to reach it.
Impossible. Cuckoo egg. Awesome. Going places. Going places, going places. And now we get to find out what the secret hidden treasure at the center of this egg is. Because we're not going to use it for the puzzle. No, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to eat it. We're just going to make an omelet and, you know, call it a day. Yummy, yummy breakfast. Because somewhere, maybe where you are, it's breakfast time. And cuckoo egg omelet. What?
Please, excuse me.
What?
Yes?
You know, I want to apologize for our little misunderstanding.
Yo, I got wine.
I brought you a bottle of wine. Barakstadt Sauvignon. Very good year. Let me know what you think.
I'm very
Hey.
touched. Thank you.
I got
Good luck
wine
on your
homies
journey,
now.
lady.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna get super crunk tonight with my wine. It's gonna be awesome. I don't know if you can get crunk in this game. Will they let me drink my wine? No. That's fine. Let's just do the egg thing. I better be able to get crunk with this later. I just want to say get crunk one more time. There we go. I got it out of my system. I hope a cuckoo egg lays the same as the gold egg. It does! Oh, now we're inside of it. Spooky. Yo, what? What is this? What is this? Oh my gosh. This looks exciting. This is like a whole new world of stuff we get to play with. Next time, on the next stream, I hope I see you there. We came so far today. We did so much. We talked to a guy, and then we talked to 3 guys, and then we talked to a guy, and then we talked to a different guy, and then we talked to 3 guys again, and then we talked to a guy, and then we got grapes, and then we talked to a guy, and then we got wine, and then we got an egg, and now we're here. This was fun. Thank you. Thank you all for joining me. And maybe next time we'll figure out what any of what we just did has to do with getting this train up and running, because honestly, I have no fucking idea.